used canoes up and down these rivers and trapped beavers. The beaver population is coming back. I mean, some of these beavers, there's one in this area I saw, and he's about as big as a crocodile. And when he slaps that tail on the water, you know it. I mean, it startled me the first time I saw that beaver. You can tell you're in his territory because he goes to work on these trees. I haven't been over here in a while. Looks like someone's built a little fort. Wow. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Shit like this is definitely cool to find. Somebody just, you know, a little lean-to. And there's something about this area. And these 40-ounce bottles here. Along this river and in various different areas, I have found these Milwaukee's Best 40 ounces. Empty. Whoever drinks them always puts the cap back on. I'm led to believe it's the same person. And I've found their bottles miles up and down this river. They always put the cap back on. They always drink Milwaukee's. I don't know who it is. It would be cool if it was some hobo or something, you know, who lives in these woods. But there's no other evidence of that person besides their Milwaukee's. And I know it's the same person because they always put the cap back on. Who does that? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get around this. Here's evidence of this beaver that I was talking about. Rarely do you ever see the beavers though. But this is a pretty big tree right here. Just working on this one. I'm pretty much at a dead end here. It's really hard to get through this wet shit, but we're gonna keep trying. Unfortunately, this is the reality of a lot of this river. Sad to see, but a lot of people either don't realize or probably never think about the fact that most of the litter that they leave on the ground around these areas, if it can fit into a storm drain, it's going to be swept into this river. And it all gets caught up in these areas where trees have fallen because the river's so narrow. So a tree will fall, it'll create a dam, and all this garbage kind of piles up. So I made it around this marshland, and I found the tracks from the beaver, and I am astounded at the size of these prints. I mean, that's pretty much the same size as my handprint. This is a massive beaver. You can see They usually, it looks like they get in and out of the water in the same place. So this is where he's coming from. This is at least one of the areas he's coming from. He or she. He's working on these. His tracks come over here. Working on this. Another popular area for him to get in and out of the water. I really hope I can see him. I'm guessing that right now it's probably active. So if I can see him, that would be really cool. More tracks. That, I believe, is a coyote. It's not a dog because there's no footprints. Looks like two coyote. One and one. Or it's one that went one way and then he came back. I don't think it's a neighborhood dog that they let run out here. More likely than not, it's a coyote. These woodlands contain so much wildlife. It's amazing. Right in our backyard, we have coyote, deer, foxes, beaver, muskrats, birds, you know, you name it. You know, it's something I've taken for granted for many years until I went out to the desert and different parts of the country where they don't have this. I just didn't even think twice about it. Still on the lookout for this beaver. And cotton, definitely not the move for these moisture levels. The shoes seem to be holding up, but the pants are soaked, and I know these pants, they're gonna be wet for a while. So if I had to stay the night out here, I'd have to get a fire going. This is the area I've seen the beaver in before. I've seen him swimming. Him or her. Here we got a manhole. Here's the remnants of an old chill spot some kids had made. They had a couple couches. That must have been incredibly hard to get those back here. Now it's just garbage. More garbage in the woods. So a lot of people think that because it's winter in Michigan, you can't go out in the woods. But it's actually the complete opposite. This cold weather opens up the woods because in the spring and summertime, it's so dense with mosquitoes and ticks and poison ivy, poison oak, that you're almost unable to go back here unless you take a lot of different precautions. So in the winter, I don't have to worry about a single bug right now. I don't have to worry about poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac. You know, it's a little bit cold, but I can just enjoy myself. And I'm really grateful to have a wooded area like this near where I live that I can come and hike and not be bothered. What do we got? Wow. I don't know if this has been cleared. If it has, people are not supposed to be clearing this. But nice open spot. I'm coming to the end of this hike here pretty soon. There's an area where I can get out of here without going on anyone's yard, and that's where I'm gonna exit. I could take this all the way down to the next mile road, but I'm not going to. Again, I'm disappointed with the GoPro. When I get back home, I'll see if I lost all this footage in the beginning. I mean, if I did, that would be a huge bummer, and it's gonna be just a hassle, you know. Crazy squirrel. It's gonna be a hassle going back to Best Buy, having to return it and pick something else out. More coyote prints. Man, I could have worn my muck boots at this point. As long as it doesn't go up to the ankle, these waterproof shoes seem to have held up pretty well. My feet got a little cold, and I thought they were wet at one point in time, but I rubbed my toes together and I don't feel any moisture. Oh shit, that's a little bit deep. The only thing that could get you wet in these shoes is if the moisture comes above your ankle. And I got the freaking shrimp boots, those classic white boots that the fishermen wear. And with those, they come up to mid-calf, completely watertight. You know, you're good to go through whatever. And I got those because I'm here in Michigan. We get a lot of precipitation. Look at how slow the squirrel's moving. Really haven't seen a whole lot of critters. I've seen a lot of tracks. Not a lot of critters themselves. Big bird. That's probably why I haven't seen a lot of critters. got a hawk presence, or either a hawk or a falcon, I'm not sure. Looks like the coyote decided to go that way. I don't think I've been over here. I usually don't come this far north. Either way, you know, it's about 10:30, I believe. I'll get home, eat breakfast. Well, I gotta change. I might just hang these pants up. They don't necessarily need to be washed, but hang these pants up. And get on with the rest of my day. You know, look over this footage. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It seems like you can't film a video a certain length, or it just screws everything up. It's making everything a lot harder for me. But it is what it is, you know. It's out of my control. So I can't really get too upset. If it was in my control, then every video would be great. And there'd be no problems. But not in my control. So this is my way out. Big open field. And I'm gonna get wet one last time before I pop out on the street.